welcome back to Boys and Rats, right? Because it just rolls off. And I think I've said it almost 130 times. Well, definitely more than 130 times, because there are some deleted videos in series that aren't. I think we're at 121 videos right now.
Yeah. Whee!
So that has been said 121 times. And the reason why I bring this up, like I mentioned last episode, is that we're thinking about just like renaming the channel. You know, better now than later, because
yeah. We're still in the trial. Oh, boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
Have you ever have you royal present for the hard-working prince?
Like a level 5 guy.
What's it gonna be?
That's just a one for the kids.
That's for the kids. Hey kids, it's a level 5 gat with Riz from Ohio, Libby done LSU, baby Gronk. No, cause I was in the Marines for 5 years, and my parents would constantly be like, "Oh, you gotta read this David Goggins book. It'll help you out so much." It's like, no. It like I see through that shit. He's just talking fucking bullshit out his ass to people who don't know shit about the military, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is really smart." It's like, no, fucker. Anyways, rant over.
No, I would tend to agree with you. Like, Goggins is kind of just like, I feel I know for a fact David Goggins is like a touchy subject for people.
Yeah.
Because it's like you know, sure, he's done all this stuff and he's a great motivator and he's done all these things, right?
Yeah.
Which is really cool, right? But I feel like the way he talks about it and speaks about it, you know, it's like, oh, what is this guy talking about, right? You know, it's like, he's done all this shit and he can talk like whatever he wants, right? You know? But at the same time, it's like, I'm sorry, but he's corny.
Yeah.
He's so corny.
Corny and like honestly self-absorbed too.
Yeah, it's like this is Tommy again, trying to be in the middle as always. But it's like, like I said, he motivates people, and I think it's fantastic and it's great. However, like I remember seeing like a clip on like a Joe Rogan podcast of him talking and stuff like that, and just thinking to myself, God, this guy is corny, and I feel like I know it's like the military thing is though sometimes, right? Is that like once you get out and stuff like that, you become detached.
Yeah.
For a whole lot of things, and to me, like looking at him, just the way he was operating and speaking and stuff like that, I'm like, this guy's kind of detached.
Yeah.
From reality.
No, yeah, that is really true, man. Like you do, after living in that world for so long, you come out and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like the first time I went to my job, like my first civilian job when I got out of the military was at this grocery store. And I get there, and like the first thing they tell us, they're like, well, we're really glad to have you here. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know, because like in the military, you show up to a new unit and you get fucking hazed. You know, it's like out here, it's like, oh, we're so glad to have you, and we're excited that you're part of our team. And it's like you just feel like, it feels like everyone's playing this like stupid game, you know, and like everyone's just deluding themselves, and like we have this. I don't know, like I can really go down the rabbit hole on this, but like just this illusion of like stability and safety that we have that just isn't fucking real, man.
No, dude, everything like you even said was like, we're happy to have you on the team, dude. It's fake.
It's bullshit.
It's just fake, and I just wish people were like a real thug like me, you know? It's like.
Yeah, that's that. Well, like honestly,
hey man,
like
here, we're glad you're here. We needed the extra help and stuff like that. Say that would feel way better than it's like, we're like a family here.
Yeah. No, because like that is, you know, because like what I think about a lot. Kitty. Meow. I think about a lot is like whenever I go through a drive-through. It's like, fuck, I don't want this fucking 16-year-old kid to have to pretend to be fucking happy to give me my fucking burger. Like, just hand me the damn fucking burger. Yeah. Like, you're getting paid, like, what, $12 a fucking hour? You don't have to have a smile on your face, bro. It's like, why do we do this? Why do we do this pretend? It's like, we all know. It's like, everybody knows the cashier at the grocery store doesn't actually give a shit how your day was, right? So it's like, why are we playing this little fucking game of, like, making people feel like they're more important than they actually fucking are?
Yeah. You
know, but it's like, yeah, it's just, there's so much, like, it's illusory. Like, the stability, safety, financial stability, and I think a lot of it is because, like, honestly, like, we're coming out of a period in human history of, like, relative peace and stability. And so I think, and especially a lot of this mentality, I think, does come from, like, the boomer generation, because they've lived their whole lives in, like, a very, compared to the rest of human history, they've had it fucking made, man. Like the boomers. And so, of course, like when they see shit like the 2008 stock market crash and shit like that, they look at that and they're like, oh, that's no big deal. But like for us, like that's our whole fucking life. Like I was fucking 7 when the stock market crashed, bro. Or the housing market crashed in 2008. Like that's my fucking world that I live in. You know, and there ain't no fucking stability. Like all this shit that we have right now could be fucking gone tomorrow. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's what I always fucking think about. And it's like, I wish more people were like, you know, because it's not, you can have that mindset and not be all like, oh, fuck this shit. It's actually kind of positive to have that mindset because then you stop taking things for granted, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, like I always think about like, you know, because when I was in the Marines, it's like I half the time didn't have running water in my barracks room, you know, so now that I have like my own 1 bed, 1 bath apartment and it's got like 2 sinks, like are you kidding me? I have multiple places in my house I can get running water. If it's not convenient enough for me to walk over to the kitchen, I can go to the bathroom. Like that's fucking crazy to me. And people just take the shit for granted, you know? And it's like, that's why one day, like, cause I do think it's gonna happen. One day the shit is all gonna go up in the air and people are gonna be fucked because they've taken it for granted the whole time. They don't know how to function without these like luxuries that we've like taken on as like, this is essential to the American society. No, it's fucking not. Like I don't know, man. Anyways, I said I wasn't gonna go down the rabbit hole, and then I proceeded to go down the rabbit holes.
Yeah. What is it? You think that's gonna happen in our lifetime?
Oh yeah, dude. I think, honestly, I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen within our lifetime. However, I don't think it's gonna be like as severe as you would think.
Yeah.
You know, like, because at the end of the day, like. It's like our day-to-day lives are very minimally impacted, if you notice, by these like news headline breaking events like the war in Ukraine. How has your life changed as a result of the war in Ukraine? Not at all, right? But it's on the news every fucking day, you know what I mean? It's like it would be the same shit. It's like, oh, you know, grocery stores can't get fucking milk anymore or whatever. Like milk cows have been exterminated by nuclear radiation. I don't fucking know. I'm losing it right now. But yeah.
It's like I would tend to agree and stuff like that. I do think, like you said, it probably won't hit us as hard, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, at least with our generation, we have such a load of empathy and stuff like that. And I guess to go back to what you were saying about like, or what I was also saying about like people being fake at the grocery and like there's no reason for that.
Yeah.
I mean, there is reason for that, right? Like it's nice to feel good.
Yeah.
You should have empathy and want people to feel good, right?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I feel like
oh shit! What the fuck?
yeah, I think you hit something. But like fuck, what I was saying. It's like sure, like there's some people like. Cashiers do care about probably like regulars and stuff like that, or like at a commercial place. You do look. Notice, well, Tommy trying to be in the middle again, right? But it's like I feel like it will happen during your lifetime. Like I said earlier, or what you said is like it won't be as bad, right?
Yeah.
Mostly because I feel like a lot of bad people who are in office right now and stuff like that. The older folks.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll be at office, then it's back to us playing cleanup again.
Yeah.
But as things are with culture and community around certain people, we might get some carbon copies, of course, you know, it's like their kids or like, you know how like people, depending on what area you grow up, right? So I feel like there's going to be another boom here in the future of just moving humanity forward once these older folks get out of office.
Well, I mean, it all goes in cycles, man, and that's like people love to say like history repeats itself, and a lot of people say that and they think that's like a total like logical fucking slam dunk, like ooh, history repeats itself. But it's like, I mean, it is true. Like we do go through cycles of like stability followed by like world wars and violence and death. So it's like we will eventually like come out on the other side of what I believe is this inevitable like fall of society, but it's just gonna be different. You know, it probably won't be the United States. You know, it's like once upon a time the Soviet Union was seen as this like undefeatable world power, and then one night in September or fucking December of what was it, 1991, they pulled the flag down and just never put it back up. You know, it's like that's the world we live in.
Now it's a band kid meme.
Yeah, now it's a fucking band kid meme. The fucking like Russia, I think that's actually the current Russian national anthem.
Look, man, hard times make hard men.
Yeah, I mean, as much as like that's such a cringe thing that people post on social media, they're like, the hard times make good men make good times make soft men. Like, it is true. It's just not like this fucking like alpha male flex that people think it is.
Why can't people just chop it up and fucking vibe? Like,
exactly. Like, why does everybody have to be so fucking mad at each other, dude? Shit.
It's like,
honestly, let's take the Taliban. Let's have him hang out with a trans guy for an afternoon, and they'll be like, "All right, that dude wasn't too bad. Like
he's just a normal person like us.
Like he's not too bad. Maybe we're misinterpreting the Quran. Like maybe we're kind of pushing this a bit too far. You know, like why
can we put that in?
Yeah,
dude, I don't think we can say Taliban.
No, we can.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
we're not like saying anything racist or nothing, but yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's
cuts to 2030 when someone digs this all up.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out the Taliban was right this whole time. No, but yeah, it's like why
add that to the out of context video.
It's just frustrating, man. It's like
it is
because it's like all of these problems are just ultimately boiled down to people being petty and being bigoted. Like at the end of the day, and it's like if people could just take the time to like get to know each other and not pass instant judgment, think of how many fucking problems would solve. We wouldn't need to fight wars anymore. We'd just be like, oh, well, this country wants to do things this way. We don't agree with that, but also you have to consider why they want to do it that way. And maybe we should just mind our own fucking business. And if people don't like how it is in that country, then they can leave.
Yeah, like
you know,
like on. I hate using the word vibe. Right? It's such a nothing.
No, me too, man.
But it's like, if people could just get along better. It blows my mind that why do you care so much, right? It's like, why don't you care so much? You know, it's like, like to have just because it doesn't affect you doesn't mean you shouldn't care, right? And I'm gonna just say it if it's like. If what you think is to take away someone's rights or to just how do I fucking word this? If your mentality is like, oh, we have to do this because it's going to benefit this, but it's like, sure, fuck, no, I'm wording this terribly, but it's like,
nah, you got it.
If you're like, it's only going to affect a few, you know, like how do I say this? It's like, was it what game engine was about to start charging people for downloads? It's like, if you're gonna like, if your mentality is to put a policy or to affect something where it's like, oh, it's okay because it only affects a few, you're awful.
Yeah, like you're just doing shit at the expense of other people because it's like an out of sight, out of mind thing.
Yeah, it's like.
Ooh, the monkeys are big. I'm big enough to get the monkeys. Yay!
Okay,
yippee!
Okay, America.
The police force.
It's
okay. That maybe doesn't go in the episode.
No.
You know what? I'll let you make that call.
Don't fucking go in.
I'll let you make the call.
Dude, if my uncles ever see this, they're gonna be like, God, Topping's done liberal.
Oh,
and
God.
there's a sense where it's like, man, we got very like apolitical, or not apolitical, but like
super political.
Super political. And I feel like the most things I've said though has kind of been a like nothing, like a little bit of a nothing burger, because like, look, I'm not chopping up solutions and stuff like that. I'm just saying what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And me trying to be in the middle, or not in the middle of like politics, right? Because I feel like from episodes and my family and friends, what I talk about, can understand where I lie on the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like it's good to have discussions.
Yeah,
but I hate having I don't even know where I'm going because I'm just randomly and tangent, but like I think it's fantastic to have discussions. However, if you want to talk about taking people's rights away, it's like I'm not wanting to have that discussion with you because I feel like it's already chopped up and said and done at that moment. You know?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, a lot of problems can be solved. Not like you don't have to agree with what other people believe, but if you just take the time to understand, like the stance of the people that you're going up against, you know, because like that would honestly solve a lot of fucking problems. You know, like a lot of this divisiveness that we have. If we just you know, because it's like we're relying on mass media, you know, to give us all this information, and so they get to like dictate the narrative, you know, so they get to be like, oh, transgender people are running around identifying as bunnies and canceling people for not calling them a bunny, and it's like, no, that's like maybe 1% of trans people. The other 99%, they just want to transition and then move on with their fucking lives, and it doesn't hurt or affect anybody, you know. But nobody takes the time to like fucking actually like, hey, what is a trans person actually like? Oh, they're just like every other normal fucking person. It's just, oh, they just it's like you can't even tell to begin with what gender somebody is if you're going based off of sex, because you're wearing fucking clothes. You know what I mean? But it's like if people just took the time to like try to understand, you know, or because like that's what I do, you know. It's like I'm huge on board with like universal college tuition, universal healthcare, etc. But I've also done a lot of research into why people don't support those things, and I don't agree with their reasoning, but at least I understand it, you know. So it's like if I meet somebody who's like, no, I don't think college should be free, I'm not immediately going, okay, well, you're like a fucking bigoted piece of shit. I'm like, oh, okay, you just have different opinions about how the government should spend its money. I don't agree with that, but that's okay. But like you said, when it becomes like, oh, I don't think trans people should be allowed to get gender affirming care, or I don't think gay people should be allowed to get married, like that's just you being fucking petty, to be quite honest. And it's you imposing your own moral fucking framework on somebody else, and that's not cool. But people don't recognize that, you know. It's like the same people who are like, oh, don't take my guns away, don't infringe on my freedoms. All of a sudden, like now we're gonna infringe on other people's freedoms. We're gonna tell them how they can dress, how they can act, what books they can read. You know, it's like it's so fucking hypocritical, man. Like it's like, how do you? I don't know how they don't see the hypocrisy of just like imposing their own fucking framework and their own beliefs without even taking the time to understand like why they might be doing these things. But yeah, anyways.
No, man, I agree with you. It's such a upsetting world aspect that we live in, because like I feel like a lot of it is how do I say this? Tommy, cut it so when you figure out how to say this. I guess a thing I love about the world is like how when people can live in certain areas, right? Like their whole life can be different.
Yeah.
I think that's a very beautiful thing, and how we can all come together and like learn from that. However, it's when you're not willing to change, right? It's like, I know it's like, oh, if I grew up in the South, you know, it's like you're taught that because that's what you grew up around, right? But then it's like, you know what I'm getting at, Matt?
Yeah.
I don't know how to word this, but it's like.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's true, man, because, like, and honestly, this is very ironic, but it was the military that made me become so far left, you know, because, like you said, I was a conservative for most of my life, because that's how I was raised, and that's the community I was raised in, and I had just never met anybody who didn't agree with those beliefs, and so I was like, okay, this is my worldview. You know, but like I came from a pretty wealthy area, and when I joined the military, that was the first time I had met people who like could not afford to go to college, and like they had to join the military if they wanted to go to college, or they had to join the military if they wanted to feed their family, or if they wanted to be able to afford, you know, like I know people who joined the military just so that they could get a specific surgery or treatment paid for, you know, and it's like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna experience that and then turn around and go right back to, oh no, we shouldn't be providing affordable healthcare, we shouldn't be providing welfare programs. It's like there's people that need that shit, and like the thing is, like, yeah, it's your money, and if you don't want to spend it on other people, sure, but it's like, in my mind, how are we calling ourselves an advanced society if people are incurring lifelong debt over a fucking ambulance ride? Like, that's insane. We have the technology to provide this shit to everybody, and yet we don't, because we're so caught up in fucking money and like individualism and like I'm not gonna go any further on this, but it boils down to capitalism. But this is not becoming an anti-capitalist video.
No, dude, the fact that some pills can cost like 10 cents to make, but we mark it up to be like 100. What the fuck?
Dude, I hate. Don't even get me started on the fucking pharmaceutical industry, bro. That is such a shit show, and it's such an obvious shit show too. And I'm also not gonna be at this level. But it's such an obvious shit show, and nobody fucking does anything about it, man, because nobody understands, you know. But like I said, like it was the military, and having that experience, that was when I was like, okay, there's other people out there who don't have everything handed to them on a fucking silver spoon like I did, you know. And it's like, so we have to fix that. And then it like that prompted me to look into other things, and like especially with the trans people, because like I used to be one of the people that's like, oh, I identify as an attack helicopter. It's funny because that's a piece of military equipment, not a gender. You know, by the way, the first time I heard that joke was in 2009, so if you're still making that fucking joke, get some new material, bro. Like, I'm not even telling you to not joke about trans people. I'm just telling you, get some new fucking material, bro. Because that shit's tired, bro. But yeah, it was like, that was when I started looking into it, and I started going to college, and I started learning about like all the like neurobiology of trans people and all this like actual concrete evidence that we have that trans people aren't just like this made up thing, or like they aren't delusional, you know, like they actually have a man or a woman's brain that's different from like their sex characteristics. And it was like, damn. And so I changed my fucking mind. And so, not to toot my own horn, but I just wish everybody would be willing to fucking do that. Like, be willing to admit that you're fucking wrong, especially at age what, like we're fucking 23, but like I made this realization at probably like 19. And it's like, if you're age 19 and you think you've got everything figured out and you're not willing to hear other opinions, you are misfucking guided, bro, because you don't know shit at age 19. I'm gonna tell you that. You don't know shit.
Yeah, man, it's these are the times where I wish I was like, man, I wish I was more well spoken, and I wish I knew how to talk or alliterate more, because there's so much of what I want to say right now, but I just don't know how to word it.
Yeah.
But just when you're age 19, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, when do you lose that wonder when you're younger, where you just question everything? Yeah. That should be something you're still doing. In fact, you should still do it more as you grow up, right? Because now you have access to all these things.
Yeah.
So, how do I say this? Because if we look back at high school, people we went to high school with, I think we both know who who exactly we were thinking of, who have that mindset of just like, yeah, I know everything. Yeah. And it's like, it's they all go to Wyoming now.
Yeah.
It's like,
and it's always the crypto bros too. Yeah. They just think they've got the whole world figured out, and it's like, bro, do you really think like if there was an easy way to make money quickly, people wouldn't already be on that shit?
Yeah. That's a whole other argument.
Yeah, that is.
Well, it's not even that we're arguing. We're kind of just like saying this is how I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, no, it's just like a, what's it called, a Socratic seminar.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, and I know, dude, I wonder if anybody made it this far, because they're like, man, these kids are stupid. Especially that Tommy fella don't know how to fucking speak with this tune. That's another thing.
No, yeah, honestly, if you're watching this far and your mindset is that we're being stupid, you're part of the problem. Like, dead ass, I don't care. You're part of the fucking problem. Yeah. Because we're not, I'm gonna tell you right now, nothing that we've said to this point is fucking stupid by any means. Like, it's all rooted in like basic reasoning, morality.
Yeah, how I word things is stupid, but the core is...
Well, yeah, I mean, you're still getting your point across. That's all that matters, you know? It's like, that's all that really matters, and that's a whole other rabbit hole you can go down. But it's like, yeah, like, no, there's nothing stupid. Like, yeah, maybe if we were to start talking about specifics of how we would implement healthcare, like, yeah, I'm not a fucking public health specialist, or I'm not a finance I don't know much about economics, you know. So yeah, I'd probably say some pretty stupid shit if I tried to present to you like a model of universal healthcare. But no, just like pointing out.
You could say what I said earlier.
These basic like
as you're pointing across.
What?
Just vibe.
Just vibe, dude. Like I hate the word vibe, but it is like such an effective word to like get across what I'm trying to say.
That's how I feel about thug it out.
Yeah, no, like actually, it's like I feel like such a tool when I say I'm just thugging it out, but it's like that's exactly what I'm doing though.
Yeah, I think I was talking to actually about this thing like a couple of days ago, right? And we were talking about just languages and words and stuff like that. I feel like there's going to be another renaissance of language once this older generation dies, because I feel like they're the ones who are so attached to words and titles.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, there's going to be another fucking boom. And it's not going to be like what they're thinking is like they're going to use emojis to speak now, like you see in the fucking media. No, it's like the fact that we can say just vibe or thug it out, and that encapsulates so many things. Yeah. There'll be another renaissance of just pure language.
Yeah, I actually, I think that's a good point. Because, like, if you think about it, it's always the boomers that are like, oh, no, it's Dr. Smith.
Yeah.
You know, or I'm your teacher, you don't call me by my first name. Like, the Gen Z crowd, like, I don't think any of us give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah, I feel like...
So yeah, I do think like language and the way that we talk to each other is going to change. Yeah. You know, like I think when the boomers are out, that's when this whole customer service bullshit's going to go. Because I think all of us in our generation are all over that shit. Like we hate that shit, and so I think that will be a change.
I think I'm actually not... I'm going to agree. I think the customer service thing will still be here. But in a better form.
Yeah, there will be, because I think there's a difference between like customer service and just generally being like a good, friendly person. Yeah. You know, because like, when I was working the cash registers at the grocery store, fuck yeah, I'd love just like asking somebody how their day was, and then they're telling me about whatever crazy shit they were up to. Like, that's great, but like, that's not what the boomers want though. They want you to be like, oh, did you find everything? Would you like to sign up for this credit card that won't benefit you in any way and you'll never use it again? Yeah,
every store's got a fucking credit card that you need to sign 10 people up. Yeah. Nobody in our generation is signing up for fucking credit cards.
No, dude.
Because it's going to take our credit and put us down even fucking more.
Yeah.
It's like
we've already been fucked so bad by the economy. We're not falling for that shit anymore.
Like but like with the contractors at like my work and stuff like that, I see them every single day. So it's also hard not to care. Right? Yeah. Because, like, I got favorites. I got favorite contractors and customers that come in. So, like, I feel like that aspect will evolve to, like, not be fake. Yeah. Because, how do I say this? Because it's... Dude, like we all said, like we said earlier, there'll be a boom once the... How do I say this? Isn't it that generation, or at least the older generation, right? Where it's like, you gotta know when to call it, right? And like, then they're also say like, never give up, right? Yeah. So it's like, how about you guys fucking call it in office, all right? Yeah. Fucking call, give it a fucking break.
Like, you seen this? Who is it? Mitch McConnell, I think it was. No, might not have been. It's that old dude that like it's happened multiple times in the past month.
I think it's Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, he just spaces out.
Goes like, nonverbal at the function, bro.
It's like, how are you doing that? And you're like, oh yeah, I'm still equipped to be making decisions for 300 million people. Like, that's insane.
I don't think. I'm gonna be honest. It's all puppetry. Yeah. It's like no way he's like being able to comprehend. He's like, all right. There's no way, like, as someone's like, I can actively make decisions, right? Yeah. When I feel, again, that's another, like, rabbit hole of, like, puppetry and, like, corporations paying for, like, to sponsor certain things and get certain logistics in.
Just follow the money, man. It's like, it's all lobbying, and it's like, it's the people with the money, like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, they're the ones that are making these decisions. It's just they're using these guys as like figureheads, like, oh, he's a career politician and he has all this experience and everything he says is correct, and if you think he's wrong, that's just because you don't know good. You don't know any better.
You don't know Jit from Trip.
Yeah, you don't know Gyat from Riz.
Yeah. Hey, politicians.
Go to hell.
Get some Riz. Go to hell. It's.
We need a guy with Riz in office so he can Riz up Ukraine.
Yeah, oh my god.
Today we're gonna Riz up Vladimir Putin and end the Ukraine war.
Yeah. And you're probably thinking, or if you're, I don't even know if any older folks are gonna be listening. I don't even know if people are gonna be listening to here now. But it's like, what's that thing where it's like, there was some from a movie where it's like, I know you guys are worried about your kids and younger people taking over office and stuff like that, right? Because you're scared that they might mess it up.
Yeah.
You gotta. Isn't it your generation as well? Is like you gotta let the kids experience, right? It's like gotta let the kid play in some dirt, you know. You gotta let the kid play with broken glass,
yeah.
So they know. And it's like you gotta let us figure it out. And like I feel like none of us want to fucking whatchamacallit, die. Well, some, right? But it's like you gotta let us figure it out because we will figure it out. You know, trial and error and shit. You know. Damn, we went off like a little rail thing.
How long has it been recording?
Only 33 minutes.
Oh, okay. Is this gonna be like 2 episodes?
No, this would just be one.
This one. Okay.
The boys get political.
Yeah.
No, man, it's like I feel like this would be such like. I think this is a good episode, but I feel like I just wish I explained more things better in it from how I feel.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I gotta stop using ESL as a crutch, right? Because by now I should be developing better, and I feel like I have because I have been practicing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just mostly because I'm also in school and having my English classes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But once I get more well spoken, it's over for you, fucking turds. And you're probably wondering, man, these guys hate old people. No?
Yes.
Oh. At least I don't. I can hate the old people mindset, but like, as someone who's like worked in a retirement home and have gotten pretty close to some of them, right? It's just a bad apple. I hate that saying.
I got so
too.
fucking close, man. Yeah, one bad. You remember when Black Lives Matter happened? And he's like, one bad McDonald's cheeseburger doesn't mean McDonald's is bad.
Oh my god.
What a fucking. Oh my. Anyways, I don't want to like derail you from what you were saying.
No, that's exactly what I was getting at. It was like that's a horrible saying, but like, it's like we know, but when there's a problem at the roots. You know, why not tackle that root?
Dude, yes, yeah. Absolutely.
It's like if you got bad soil, you don't have to keep fucking planting in it.
Dude, the amount of issues that we have in today's day and age that are directly caused by poverty, and yet our solution is just to beef up the police. You know, just sweep off we just get the homeless people off the streets. You know, just sweep them into a fucking forest somewhere, and then they'll be out of sight, out of mind. Mm-hmm. It's like, or we could just be decent people and help each other out. I don't know. That's kind of a crazy. I know that's like a crazy, super radical, far left idea, but maybe just like give a helping hand. You know, because isn't the whole thing with Christianity like love thy neighbor? Like, doesn't that fit that kind of framework there to like help people? Because you know, even like everyone wants to hate on Muslim people, but it's actually one of the 5 pillars of the religion is you're supposed to give 10% of your income to charity in your community. Like they've got that figured out, and we're demonizing the fuck out of them. But like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
I feel like it's all status now. It's all like what we're talking about, how it's all titled to words and titles, right?
Yeah.
Like how do I say this? It's how do I say it? I mean, religion's kind of like a clique, right? You know, and it's like I feel like it's very self-absorbed, or it's become very self-absorbed now. It's like oh, we're Christian, you know, we're good people and stuff like that. It's like you shouldn't have to have a religion to like virtue seek. It's virtue signaling. That's what I feel like religion, at least in the area we are in right now, is for it, you know. And it's like they don't really care about the practices and stuff like that. It's all like, I'm a good person, because nobody wants to be looked as a bad person, you know. And the thing is with that, it takes effort, and nobody wants to put in effort anymore to being bad, because it's like, it's hard putting that effort, as putting in effort is, because it's like how much weight there is right now on everybody. I feel like it's a constant punch down, so it's hard to be like, sorry, my bad. I think we're hitting that political limit. Y'all just stick your fucking penis in the poop hole and come in there. Gay marriage, they do anal, that's where the poop is.
No, thank you. Don't do that in front of me. Please don't shove that thing down my throat.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, I don't want to do another political episode.
No, this is all one episode.
Yeah.
I'll censor names. I'll hard cut things where it's like, no, I probably wouldn't even hard cut things because it's like raw, genuine.
Yeah.
This is, I guess this is what this series is for. Perfect time for end of the year. You know, it's like fall. Honestly, the holiday season is the time for self-reflection and a little bit at the start of next year.
Yeah.
But it's a good time of season. God, dude, I just wish everybody wasn't so goddamn busy so I could pump these videos out, because I've been having fun editing them. As sure as I haven't been home though, because I've been working too much. Yeah, so sorry for the lack of consistent uploads. You know, come on, everybody in this channel is all in college, so
except me.
Yeah,
I'm a baker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I make that bread literally and metaphorically.
Widowy.
Quite widowy.
We make bread out here. But no, I mean, that was raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of raw, if you made it this far, thanks for making it this far. Hopefully things we were saying were coherent. If we lost a couple of you because you fucking are bigots, cool.
If you have sex, wear a condom.
Yeah. Hey, you know, if want to open up dialogue, leave a comment or something, you know. If it's like, be like, hey, I don't agree with this point, or if you want to elaborate on a point, yeah, sure. This is not like it's just as we should be better than as we should be better than the people we say we don't like.
Yeah, I know, like, sometimes what I say can have a little bit of a sass or a little bit of a zing to it, but I am open-minded and I am willing to debate. Mm-hmm. So, well,
if you ain't willing to change,
understand nothing was done for people.
No, man, change is good. I know it's scary, but change is good.
Yeah. Change is good. You can use it at the laundromat.
Minus you, fucking Pokemon Company. Be better. Mojang, I'm also looking at you. You're fucking telling me we're still doing mob votes in 2023 when we know for damn fact you can add all these mobs in? Did you see the mob vote this year?
No.
And it's also so fucking biased, right? So it's a crab where it'll give you an item where you can place blocks farther, right?
Yeah.
Or a penguin that's cute. They're clumsy and they make your boat go faster, so pretty much a dolphin, right? Or armadillos, right? But these armadillo drops shells that you can give to your dog, so now your dog has armor, right?
Yeah.
It's so clearly bias, right? Of like which to fucking pick. But in retrospect, $1 billion company, you can add all three, you dinguses. You guys make half-ass updates every single fucking year. And I know you guys are like, we don't want to ruin the vision of Minecraft. Fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Pokemon Company? Fucking...
Yeah. Pokemon Company, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Go, Sharon. Go.
You're the top grossing franchise. Your game should not be like this.
Yeah. No, honestly, skill issue.
Honestly, skill issue, and it's like, wow, this guy's worried about video games. Maybe you should worry about a bag. I am.
I'm really worried about it.
I'm really worried. Really stressed about it.
I can't even sleep.
God, this is a long end of episode, but we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time on Guys with Boys.
Yeah, see ya. Bye bye. More peel next time.